Alright everyone, and welcome to Season 3 of the ULC, the United League Championship. And yeah, a bit of an unexpected return for me. I didn't really expect to be back racing in this, but yeah, we are back then for a third time. I raced in the first season with former Xbox. I was meant to race with them in the second season, but they decided to not race, and then I raced with a 5-for-1 race, and then they decided to pull out as well. So yeah, I'd never finished the second season, and I didn't expect to be coming back to this, if I'm honest. But yeah, surprisingly, this is a tier 2 race, by the way. Surprisingly, a few hours before this tier 2 race, I found out that, well, I had Fizzy fan asked me if I wanted to race as a reserve for AOR, and yeah, I was never going to say no to that. And yeah, it was honestly quite an honour to be asked to compete for AOR in this. It's because Limitless couldn't race. He's racing Mimetiz in the tier 1, but he couldn't race, so Stone, who was meant to be racing in tier 2 with Jason, took Limitless's place for this one. So yeah, I came in as the reserve, and yeah, it's because I'm the F2 championship leader at the moment. I think sort of the other F1 drivers are racing in other leagues in this, but still, it's a big honour to be racing for AOR in this, and I hope to get a good result here for them. And even if this is just the one race I do, I was certainly hoping to get a good result for them. But unfortunately, qualifying didn't really go to plan. I was only 15th, and yeah, Jason did a good job though, at least in 4th. And yeah, it was Danny M7 for STSN who got pole from Thomas MB there for SRL. Didn't see who was there, sorry. But yeah, I can't remember all, like, the teams that are in this. As I say, I didn't really expect to be racing in this, so I'm a bit behind. But yeah, strategy then, we're going to go with the super soft. We're going to try and go to quite late in the race and go on to ultra soft, and yeah, it should hopefully help us to get into the points in this one. So lights come on now then, and away we go. And it is a decent start then from 15th. We're going alongside Case Led and Force Indias are the F1 League, which of course we used to race in. As we're going to stick to the outside line then for turn 1. Looks like we may have picked up a couple of places then, as we're going alongside Panther there in the Haas. I'm not sure which league that is, but yeah, we're following then Brandy down on the outside into turn 3. We're going to try and go around the outside of a few people here, and not quite there. And yeah, we are still up 2 places over from where we started then. In 13th place, we got the 2 McLarens in front of us then. I'm going to guess ESR, I'm not sure, it's just because that one person's name is ESR Smithson there. But yeah, we've got the 2 McLarens then battling in front of us at the end of lap 1, and yeah, we're having a look, but we couldn't quite get through there. We wanted to try and keep everything in one piece, early on, because we're still playing the long game here, trying to go far into the race on these super soft tyres. But I mean, I know that these guys are also pretty much doing the same here because they're on the soft tyres. Sonny Smithson is anyway, so yeah, it looks like Liam may have disconnected there, and yeah, he's getting pushed around and we're having to slam on the brakes there, and Panther goes back past us, and unfortunately I think we got smashed in the back there by Imp, who broke his front wing there by the looks of things, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, it looked like Liam's car had temporarily disconnected there, and yeah, he was just completely blocking his teammate, who then spun him into our path. As yeah, we couldn't get back right on the outside of Panther then, who overtook us and all that. So we're back down into 13th place, but we are catching up to the back now then of TSRL Clays, T Williams and TSRL then, and Panther runs wide there, and that puts us up into 12th position. And at the end of the lap, we've already caught up to the back of Clays then. Shimmy started on used ultra softs there, and he's struggling quite a bit at this point. Looks like we're going to go up the inside then into turn 1, and we are through and into 11th place, but it does look like he had a good run out of the corner there. So we're now going to have to use our DRS to defend down towards turn 3, and yeah, we managed to stay ahead for the time being, and we're up into 11th place. As yeah, on to into lap 7 then, we've actually got some cars in the pits as we're closing up to the back of ESR Smithson then, and down towards turn 1 we're going to do what we did before then, up the inside, and we are through and into what is now 8th position then in this race. And I should probably point out that the top 8 score points in this, not the top 10. It is a slightly different points format. And yeah, by the time all those on Ultrasoft appeared, we are now up in 2nd place then, with SF Brandy then in the lead at the moment from, I think, 13th on the grid. And yep, skipping to the end of lap 16 then, the tyre wear is still pretty good here then, and we now had the two sort of actual leaders of Danny and also our teammate Jason closing it to the back of us now then. So yeah, obviously at this point I wanted to try and sort of help out Jason if I could here then, and try and keep Danny behind me as much as I could here then. As we go defensive then towards turn 3, he tries to run it around the outside, but we just about managed to hang on then, and we managed to maintain the position then through turn 4, and it's all getting very close behind us as Danny's trying to go around the outside there in turn 5, but yeah, that wasn't going to work, and Jace is now through, and before I even had a chance to think about trying to let him through there, Danny has already barged his way back past him then, and that also gives us a bit of breathing space for the next few corners then, fortunately. As we skip to the end of the lap then, and we've got Danny all over the back of us once again, but he actually pulls over then, I think letting Jason through to, yeah, because of him sort of pushing him off before. And yeah, Jason then is now behind us, and I want to try and be careful here of letting him through, because I didn't want to just like let both of them through if I could help it. But yeah, we go a little bit wide there to help Jason get through, and now we're going to try and defend the inside line for turn 4 to try and stop Danny getting past. And yeah, I didn't actually mean to run him off track there, but you know, I was defending the inside line and I was ahead, so yeah, I think that was just about fair from us there. And yeah, it worked out then. We've helped Jason to get ahead, and I know that, you know, there's going to be people watching this, there are people watching the stream who are going to think that was, you know, maybe a scummy thing to do, or, you know, controversial, but I mean, in that situation, what else are you going to do really? I mean, it's not like we planned to do that. Like, you know, I was always planning on going like long on the super softs to go on ultra softs at the end, and you know, it just worked out that way. And you know, I saw an opportunity to help my teammate there, and you know, I didn't break any kind of like rule doing that. So I mean, it may not look like very sporting or, you know, whatever, but you know, I was literally just helping out my teammate there. And yeah, that's just how it was. I mean, it's not like I was trying to like sabotage Danny or whatever. It was just sort of, you know, trying to help Jason there. And yeah, I spoke to Danny afterwards, because I know that sort of like initially he wasn't like happy about that, but I mean, like he said he would have done the same. So I mean, it's just one of those things as well. The Red Bull just kept really thrown to our path there. But yeah, as I say, this was always our strategy to go long on the super softs, and that's just how it worked out. And yeah, out of the pits we're going to come now then, and hopefully, you know, get a good result here and get into the points, because that was the whole point of this, to try and, you know, show what I can do and try and get some good points for AOR. It wasn't just you know, help out Jason. So yeah, we've got one more person to pit, so that's going to put us up to 10th. But now we're going to go try and get on the attack here then, and try and get into the points as we're line up TSRL Clays and once again towards turn 1, and run up the inside then, and through we go into 9th place. And yeah, next up the road then, quite a few seconds, but it doesn't take us long to get there. We've got the SRL there, Melanie defending from TSRL Devout there, and yeah, I didn't notice at the time, but Melanie had front wing damage, so that was why he was certainly holding up Devout here quite a lot. But I seem to be quite a lot quicker than both of them at this point, and I really wanted to try and get back, well, past both of them if I could. But obviously, what with this being quite a narrow track, it is quite hard to overtake two people at the same time, so I was just trying to look for any opportunity that I could, but like I was just climbing all over the back of them, and I couldn't find like a place to like cleanly get by them. As you see here, I'm just like all over the place trying to find like a gap to like get through. And yeah, Melanie gets forced out a little bit wide there as Devout went up the inside. I see a chance now then. I've got so much more grip running outside into the final corner, but he understeers into me and I get spun around there. And yeah, that's really unfortunate. I was really good at this point, because as I say, I really just wanted to show what I could do and try and get some good points for AOR to sort of, you know, repay their sort of their faith in like getting me to race for them. But unfortunately it didn't work out, and you know, I get along well with Melanie, and yeah, he said that there wasn't contact on his screen, and you know, even if there was, like, he was always going to understeer there. And of course he had front wing damage that I didn't know about, so yeah, it's just a racing incident unfortunately. And yeah, if like hindsight is a wonderful thing. If I'd known that he had like bad front wing damage, then I wouldn't have tried to pass an hour. I'd just tried to get the DRS down the pit straight. But yeah, onto the final lap then. So Fries lets us all through there. I'm not sure why. I'm guessing maybe he had damage or something. But yeah, yeah, unfortunately we just couldn't catch up to all those cars in time, and yeah, we're right on the back of Shuriken then in the final few corners, but yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get through unless we get a great round out the final corner here then, and with DRS we are going to be almost side by side then to the line, but he just hangs on, but I do think he had time penalties, and then he just smashed into the back of Silent Mole's AI car there. So yeah, we're 11th then, but as I say, it was top 8 for points anyway, so we were still a few places off where we needed to be. But yeah, big shame. I do think that 7th place there at least was possible, and yeah, the good news is though that Jason did win, so sort of a little bit of teamwork just before I pitted did sort of help him to get that win and help him to keep Danny behind. So yeah, that was good news for Team AOR then. And yeah, that is it then for this one. I don't know if I'm going to be racing in ULC again. It may just be a case of this being a one-off, and there are other 4 drivers be able to make it every other time. But even if this was just a one-time, then as I say, I'm very honoured that, you know, I got the chance to race for AOR in this. I'm very thankful to them for, you know, picking me to come in as a reserve, and yeah, it was yeah, a pleasure to race for them then, and I'm just, you know, sorry that I couldn't get any points, but yeah, hope you enjoy this one then. Leave a like if you did enjoy it, and I shall see you well for my next video, which will be former Xbox highlights. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.